Hello and welcome to Maybe I'll Sing. Today we are doing a Project Pan update, and this is going to be a really exciting one because we have 5 products to roll out. If you want to, you can pause right now and guess which 5 products if you've been following along with my series, but I'm really excited about this update, so let's jump into it. Product number 1, not an empty, but good progress, is my Defy Inspire Nail Lacquer. Now, something happened where some of my previous markings rubbed off, but basically I have this halfway done, which I didn't think I would get to at this point in the year. I've really enjoyed painting my nails though, and I think I can actually get this finished this year. I'm really excited. Next item I'd like to show you that I made great progress on is my Mary Louise Miracle Serum. This is a really great hydrating vitamin C serum, and I used quite a lot of it this month. I actually committed myself to using this, put this on my arms after every shower, every couple of days. I put it in my T-zone where I tend to get some texture. I put it on any spot where I had dryness, and I'm really proud of the progress. I think I'll be able to finish this up next month, which means it's time to order another one. This is actually our last line drawing item before we get into a lot of our empties. My Glide Advanced Multi-Protection Floss. The marking on this isn't quite fair. It's really difficult to mark this one, but you can see that from the previous line, I have gone down a little bit. I think my goal with this one is just to have it done by the end of the year. This is with flossing about every other day, and I actually got a call that I have a couple of cavities that need filling, so I'm really glad I have this in my project because clearly it's something that I need to get more on top of. Going along with the mouth care vibe, I'm going to bring in our first empty of today's update, my Tom's mouthwash. Ta-da! All done! I didn't know if I'd be able to finish it. I thought it was being a little ambitious, but once I got that call about my cavities, I finished it up. And you can bet your butt we are rolling in another one of these toward the end. Now that we've broken in, let's keep going with empties for a little bit. Another nighttime routine empty that I wasn't sure I was going to be able to finish, but I did, is my Purity Facial Cleanser. Ta-da! Done with this. Thoughts at the end of it? Just okay. Not fantastic. Not bad. Not mad that I used it. Not going to repurchase. But I finished this up yesterday while I was in the shower, so I'm really glad that this is used up and out of my collection. Another item I am so glad to be used up and out of my collection is my Express Love perfume. We're done. I actually finished this up about halfway through the month because I was reapplying it so often since the smell was just disappearing immediately. Final thoughts on this. I have learned my lesson that I do like purchasing perfumes in small quantities because I don't wear them particularly often, but I'm not a big fan of the rollerball, and my skin does eventually react to the dirt and the buildup that happens here. So if I can find minis of spritzers in perfumes, that's going to be my path going forward. Reflections on the scent. It's still something that I really enjoy as a summer scent, and I don't know, maybe the next time, my boyfriend's the one who mostly goes shopping at Express. Maybe the next time we're at Express, I will see if they have a spritzer of this, because I honestly do like the scent for the summer, and I think if I use it more frequently, then I won't have this issue of it getting to the point where it's so old, the smell hardly lasts. And our last line item that is finished, my Covergirl Clean Fresh Foundation. I'm so glad this is done. By the time I finished this, I honestly liked it a lot more than when I initially put it into the project, but overall, this isn't going to be making any sort of holy grail list for me. I feel thoroughly meh about this product. I don't think it did anything great for my skin. I think the coverage was simultaneously like too light and stuck to dry patches. The color was a decent match for me, but I've just had a hard time getting good matches with Covergirl. But I am proud of myself for finishing it off. Rapid fire, that was 4 out of our 5 that we are rolling out today. See if you can guess the 5th one in the comments now. Kind of related to the lines, I'll do the products that we're measuring with lines on pages next. We have my Milk Makeup Stick. I made decent progress on this month, which actually kind of surprised me. I felt like I wasn't as active in using this. Here we are, so we see that line there, and I left this comment on one of Lauren May Beauty's recent videos where she's been doing declutters and decided to keep this, and this, even though it's just a mini, it'll last you forever. I will be surprised if I get through this by the end of the year. I'm going to keep it in the project nonetheless because I enjoy using it and it's a cream and I want to push myself on it, but I never need to buy a full size. Next is my Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick. I didn't make quite as much progress as last month, but overall I'm still happy with the progress. As you can see, if I keep going at the rate that I've been going, I should be able to finish this in another 4 months or so, and definitely by the end of the year. I think by then I will honestly miss the color and miss the consistency. This is so easy to just throw on before work and know that I have a decent lip color, but I want to go through my Fenty stuff since their cruelty-free status is questionable. Continuing to talk about lip products, but going into stuff that's weighed, this is my Ulta Shiny Liquid Lipstick. I weighed this morning and it came in at 8.2, which little bit frustrating. For background, if you haven't been following along with my series, 2 updates ago, this weighed 8.2, then last update, it actually increased in weight to 8.3, and now it's back down. So I don't think that reflects my usage of this product well. I'm actually wearing it today, and that difficulty with weighing it has honestly made this product a lot less fun to pan. This is also not an everyday lip shade for me, even though it can be an everyday blush, but as I've explained with the blush, I use so little of it when I blend it out that way. So I may honestly be rolling this out at our next refresh at the quarter. Something I'm hoping to have finished by the next quarter is my Mary Louise Cosmetics Mississippi Mud Masks. So here is what we are looking like. As we can see, much less of the oil and liquid, and it's really just mud mask at the bottom. This month, I am at 54.7 grams, which is down 17.6 grams from last time. It seems every month I'm using a bit more and more and more of this, so I'm pretty confident that by the end of the quarter, so not next update, but the update after, I will be ready to roll this out. Something that I rolled in last quarter's refresh is my Aveda Chamomile Shampoo. This one was actually a really good success for this time. Today it weighed in at 69.8 grams, which is down 14 grams from last month. That's the most shampoo usage that I've gotten in a month so far. I think it's because I did a really intense brush cleaning day using these 2 items together, and that definitely contributed to my success this month. Another body product is my Bag Balm. Here is how we are looking this month. Rather than going deeper into the can, I decided to kind of widen my usage this month. Last month there was a mishap with measuring where I hadn't gotten the original weight the month before, but this time I have actual reports for you. Today we are at 261.7 grams, which is down 10.1 grams from our last update. Now, this is something that I don't know if I will be able to finish by the end of the project. I am going to do my darndest, but at this point, I've been using it often enough on my feet that my partner, even though he still hates the smell, is actually kind of tempted to start using it with me. So if he starts using it when he gets out of the shower, then we'll be panning this together, and I actually have hope that I'll be able to finish it by the end of the year. A product that we were previously measuring just by eyesight, but I want to start measuring by weight, is my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. Now, I am at a point where I'm definitely seeing the innermost ring when I use this through the powder. I also can see a dip when I use it, but when I'm showing it to my camera, it doesn't look a bit different. So I've weighed it for the first time today. It's currently at 43.2 grams, and next time I will update you on both the visual and my gram usage. Based on how lightly I go on my bronzer and where I'm at with being able to see the rings, I'm going to guess that we're not going to see pan in this for another 2 updates. So maybe by the end of the quarter we'll see pan, and at that point I'm just guessing baby pan. And I definitely want to keep this in the project, not just until I hit pan, but until there's like decent pan in this product. And finally, if you've been paying attention to the series, you can guess our last product is my Covergirl Trublend Concealer, and this is also my last finished product. As you can see, I have scraped the heck out of this. There are so many windows, and at this point what's there is dry and unusable, and I really use this to its last drop. Now, conclusions at the end of this product. I'm never going to be someone who will use this under their eyes, but for covering blemishes and for spot concealing, I actually already kind of miss this. The concealer that I got to replace it isn't quite as good, and we'll move on to that next, but I may consider repurchasing this in the future for the express purpose of spot concealing. But this was a product that, through panning, I came to love. I came to find a good use for. So, thank you, and goodbye. Okay, now it's time to roll in 5 new products. That is so much. I'm still floored by how successful this month was in panning. Now, I've already given you the hint that I am going to be rolling in a new Tom's mouthwash. I really like this mouthwash. I think it's a good level of pepperminty. It's cruelty-free and includes fluoride. I don't know why it is so hard to find fluoride toothpaste that are also cruelty-free. And if anyone knows of a cruelty-free, fluoride including whitening mouthwash and they want to let me know what that is, please do, because I will get that next. But for right now, I am just going to try to speed through this bottle, and it took me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 updates to get through this one. So I'm going to make a goal of getting through this bottle in 3 updates. Let's see if I can do it. Next item that I've kind of given you a hint on is I'm going to roll in another concealer, partially because I finished one up, why not roll a new one in, but mostly because since finishing this, all of the foundations that I have right now are way too dark for me. And I found that what I like to do with this, which is my Milani Conceal and Perfect in the color 115 Light Nude, what I like to do with this, rather than trying to spot conceal and then put foundation over it, when I do that, it kind of blends out to a point where it doesn't conceal as well, is I have been spreading this on my fingers and then mixing it with my foundations that are too dark for me, since this is too light, and it tends to balance out the color and increase the coverage. So I just end up with a higher coverage foundation look that's a slightly better match to my skin. I think this is going to be super helpful in me getting through all of those foundations. And it's also going to be more enjoyable for me to try to pan this as a product than for me to try to pan any one of those foundations that are too dark for me. Today, this weighed in at 29.7 grams. I have a feeling this is going to be mostly a weighing product rather than a line measuring product. Now, in kind of the same vein, I want to roll in my NYX Total Control Pro Lightning Drops. I bought these on the recommendation of Jackie Ina as she was reviewing the new NYX Total Control Pro line. And I have the glow drops in this formula, which I absolutely love. So all my foundations are too dark. I was excited about this. And quite honestly, even though it might work with the other NYX foundation lines, with the foundations that I have, it doesn't do anything for actually making them lighter. What it does do is it takes any thick foundation that you have and transforms it into a serum foundation. So if you like that lighter serum foundation look and you have a bunch of thick foundations, this is fantastic for that, because mostly it's just a really nice face oil with a little bit of a tint. So here's the line on the product right now, and I'm looking forward to getting through this. Instead of bringing in another fragrance, I'm actually going to bring in this Wave Spray that I got as a freebie in a recent Sephora order. This might as well be a foundation for me. I've been experimenting with like wave sprays and texturizing sprays for my hair, and honestly, my hair doesn't notice. My hair, it doesn't really respond, and the smell of this is not something that I love. It's kind of a, I don't know how to describe it other than to say that it's a mature scent. Like, it makes me feel very grown up and fancy, and I guess a little bit sweet, a little bit musky. I don't love it, but I can use it, so I'm gonna use it on my hair and try to get through it as quickly as I can in the pan. So there is our line that we are starting out with. I'm hoping I can get through this in a couple months. And our final new product, I figure since I have my 2 other Mary Louise Cosmetics products in line, and I just finished another cleanser, I'm going to roll in the Mary Louise Cosmetics Spill the Tea Green Tea Cleanser. This was actually a recommendation on Hiram's channel that got me to check out the Mary Louise brand, and these 3 products that I'm panning are all sold in a pack that I purchased for myself last summer. So I figure since I'm working on 2 out of 3 in the pack, I might as well work on all 3. And here is where I'm at with this cleanser. I've had it for almost a year now, and I've only used that much, which is kind of ridiculous. And as you can see, it's actually starting to separate. Just shake it up every time I use it. It's one of those milky kind of cleansers, and I've just learned I'm a gel cleanser gal, so I'm going to use this up, get it out of my collection, and in trying these 3 products, just reorder this one. Okay, that is it for my project pan. 5 new products rolled in, very exciting. If you liked me and you liked this project pan series, I also do a Pan Those Eyeshadow series and other stuff where I try to use and abuse my collection, so please like, subscribe, and stick around. If you like the t-shirt that I'm wearing today, this is actually merch from the channel Are They Gay? It's the By Umbrella t-shirt, and I will put a link to their channel and their merch store. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Makeup close-up! Today I was playing with the Natasha Denona Gold palette, recent addition to my collection, which I love. I'm wearing the Milk makeup stick on my cheeks and my Magenta lipstick on my lips. I don't know if you can see any texture on the bottom of my face. I think I'm having some kind of reaction. I'm currently going through my products trying to figure that out, but hopefully this looks nice for all of you. See you next time. Awkward bisexual finger guns.